What is Rabba Veh bringing to the table? What's the track about? Uncover it a bit more.
I was in Pakistan for Yatra and I was just feeling something, seeing all this, and I was reflecting a lot on the perception of history. And I just felt at that moment, basically, Rabba Veh, on that day, I feel te on you. Because at that moment, I was like, all these lifetimes ago, people are dying like all the time, yet I'm alive in this experience right now.
Yes.
That's what I felt. So I said, on that day, Rabba Veh, on that day. Why don't you look at the Shabad where it's saying, Mantu Jot Sarup hai, Apna Mool Pashan. Now that is telling you something. Wait a second, how do you not know about this? Firstly, okay, let's say you don't know about it. But in the Gurdwara committee system's done so much damage for the oncoming generations. All the jagai nahi dinde. Bloody bolan no, the youngsters want to learn. Oh, more bettering and galle nahi. You're missing a lot of data. You're making it a lot harder for them. If they want to connect to Sikhi in 100 years, you're making it a lot harder.
Bang on.
You understand? The point is, collectively, let's put our differences to the side. I've heard this said many times. When we released Straight Out Khaistan, what happened to it? It was brought to us and we released it innocently, and we thought, look, there's nothing wrong. Because at that moment, even on social media, it wasn't that hot.
Yeah.
YouTube, no one was saying anything. We had a few tracks like this. All of a sudden, I'm saying there's a change. A BBC reporter, basically this guy at the BBC, whoever he was, right, he puts in a complaint on Twitter. These people are funding terrorists. All of a sudden, they basically, on Spotify, we get messages, bang, 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 all our money that we'd put in, and there was a lot of money at that time for what we...
Yeah, for our culture, yeah.
All of it went bang.
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Jelly, how are we, brother?
Yeah, very well, thank you. Very good, yeah.
Good man, good man. Kaka, how are you?
Very good, very good.
People are probably thinking we've been a bit quiet. We brought out Lucky Darde.
Yeah.
Went big. Then we did Allahu Rantu Waheguru. And then we're quite busy on social media, a bit quiet.
Yeah.
I think it was quite a conscious decision, would you say?
Yeah, a bit quiet on purpose.
Yeah, that's what I was a conscious decision to do that.
Yeah. Well, I'm not really, I ain't been quiet anywhere else, just on, you don't post on social media for what, 6 weeks? I think
that's a long time on social
media. I don't even think it was 6 weeks, maybe less, but basically not communicating as much, because loads of people said you have to make a lot of content now. Everyone says this, you need to make all the time, post on TikTok 6 times a day. Some people saying to me, but yeah, people like what you're doing, Horkar 6 times a day. And I was like, I can't do 6 times a day. Just about do once a week at the moment.
Does it feel like a job? Like another job, social media? Another
job, but it's more about, like, when I'm coming on there, do I actually feel like coming on there? Because someone said 6 times a day, if some gal comes in me, which I want to share, then okay, I'll go on it. I need to reach out to people. And then Instagram, you got YouTube shorts, you got so much you got to do.
Yeah.
Now, I can't be asked with all that. But Jay and I got kids.
It's having a balance, isn't it? Yeah.
Coaching teams, doing this stuff, the other stuff in life's not about freaking just that, is it?
Yeah.
About showing everyone else.
No, it's bang on. There's a lot. But we've moved on a little bit since then. Obviously, we told everyone before the album was coming, and we slowed down because we wanted to do track by track. And we're at that point where Rabba Veh is ready.
Yes, Rabba Veh is ready.
I suppose, firstly, what is Rabba Veh bringing to the table? What's the track about? And let's, uncover it a bit more.
Right, I'm just thinking now. Do we play the song? Probably can. I'm just thinking to get into a bit of the vibe for it.
Yeah, go on, put your phone on.
Yeah.
Why not? Play it.
And also, there's been a bit of a delay. We was wanting to do. We actually planned to do a lot more content back to back.
Yeah.
And Hukum and Raza just took over our plans to do so much. We had like back to back shoots.
It's true. Look, when we talked about the album, the last podcast, we were saying, look, you'd had this coming out, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to do... It doesn't always work that way.
It didn't. So that's why the pause happened, and here we are now. But the progression from what we've done from before, it's all been massive learning curves.
There you go, got it. I'll turn the volume down. Just get the vibe. So it's a bit of I felt it was a bit of Arabic sound.
Different.
Yeah. So this song, what happened was, I remember I said before, at Lahore Airport.
Yeah.
There, I just started... I was in Pakistan for Yatra, and I was just feeling something, seeing all this, and I was reflecting a lot on the perception of history. You know, when you start thinking 300 years back, 400 years back, when you go to, say, Punjab Sahib and Nankana Sahib, and you start thinking 500 years ago, so only 100 divided into 5, let's say, yeah? You can imagine one lifetime, because we're currently going through one lifetime. Now just imagine another one, and another one. And you're now in the time of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. It's not actually that far.
Not when you break it down like that. It doesn't feel that far.
It's just 5 lifetimes almost, if you lived 100. And then I had all these things going through my head, and I was loving it. I was zoning. I felt like my mind was back in time whilst I was there, because it's all about history, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I was in that vibe, and then I just felt love that I'm alive right now. So I'm sitting in Lahore airport, and I just felt immense love. I had like my family there, kids there, all my family, like parents, you know, my wife's side, everyone was there.
Did you?
Sorry, I'm
scared. Did you plan to write it there, or just something come in you and you just thought?
Yeah, no, I didn't plan at all. But I was in the state. I'd been to see all these trails of history through Punjab radio.
Yeah,
the yatra, they do there, and then it just started coming to me that I am so much. ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਤੇ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਹੁਣ you know, like ਤੇ is a word, you've heard this before.
Yeah.
ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਹੁਣ they say ਬਹੁਤ ਤੇ ਕਰਦਾ ਉਹਦਾ. You say
about kids a lot, don't they?
ਨਿਆਣਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਤੇ ਕਰਦਾ ਬੰਦਾ, ਉਹ ਆਪਣੀ ਮਾਂ ਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਤੇ ਕਰਦਾ. You know, he has a lot of love upon that individual, or she has a lot of love upon that individual. And I just felt at that moment, basically ਰੱਬ ਨੂੰ ਰੱਬਾ ਵੇ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਤੇ I feel te on you. Because at that moment I was like, all these lifetimes ago, people are dying like all the time, yet I'm alive in this experience right now. I'm actually switched on in the year 2024, and I'm sitting here and you are allowing me to be switched on. My switch is on.
Yes.
That's what I felt. So I said, Onda te tere te, Rabba Veh, Onda te tere te. So all toga laisi. I'm feeling love upon you.
And the
gratitude.
Yeah, and appreciation what you're getting.
Yes. Gratitude, main word really. So that was where that come from. Then the tune, the composition just.
So where did the tune come from? Because that's quite different. Because against your traditional, I'm not going to say Bhangrang, but I'm going to say, all right, the Punjabi sort of sound. This is very different. What made you go down that style?
Then what I do is I put a click on my phone. Yeah, it's just clicking, a little click, and then it just starts coming to me. Then I'll sit there above it, because I had the hook line and I wrote it quickly on my notes on my phone. Yeah, and then it says above it. So I try different compositions. Might be Rabba Veh. No, I don't know that in my mind. I just change tunes easily. Rabba Veh. Onda te tere te.
So you had that hook line, like that. And then you just played with the hook line.
No, what I'm saying, I don't like that. I just done that now.
Yeah,
just showing you how you can.
Yeah.
Rabba Veh. Change the whole composition of the track. Yeah, and it'll automatically just flow. But then when I was sitting there, I only tried about 2 or 3, and it just comes to Rabba Veh. And it's from here. It's purely in sync with what the intention of the song is. So I'm not making this song so loads of people like it, and that's what I felt. So that composition right there, very lightly, I'm whispering. Yeah. I sing it high. You know how I'm singing in all these songs. I can be screaming here.
Yeah. Does that come down to how you're feeling in the moment then?
So in the moment. Then where it started changing, it was coming from a point of gratitude.
Yeah.
So every single morning that we've had to date, from the beginning of time, is because of you. You know what I mean? So at night, every single time, we be busy in our own problems when it's starting to go sunrise. We don't even notice the sunrise. I don't. I forget the sunrise and the sunset. Yeah? I'm in my own stuff. Even if it's happening right in front of me, I'm not bloody looking at it. I'm taking that for granted.
Yeah, but I don't think you're the only one. I think you were going to go on to that, but the whole world takes that for granted, because it's just...
I know from my inner self.
Yeah.
That's the only way I look at it, is that I take that for granted. I don't know what the world's doing, and let them be whatever. And maybe, but the thing is, the way I look at it is, I am taking this for granted. All my music is aimed at me, not at anyone else. In that sense, it's important to make that point.
Yeah, but people relate to it, because if one man's thinking it, there's more than likely that another man could be thinking.
That's the bonus, yeah. But then, Jira Shama Vala Nera. So again, when in the Jira Shama Nera, they start coming out. The whole spinning of the planet, because the sun rising and coming down, it's all happening with the spinning of the planet. That's all that's actually happening. The sun doesn't actually rise or set.
Yeah.
The earth is what's spinning. So I'm saying Ye badaulat hai Maula tera. So this is all thanks to you. This game of you're spinning this planet, and humans are in this perception that the sun is rising and setting. What bloody plunkers we are. Yeah? Absolute.
You know what? Sorry to cut.
I feel it.
I'm really smiling here and laughing a little bit. And I don't mean in any disrespect to you at all here, Kaka.
Yeah.
But we're not the smartest guys in the world. But where
That is correct.
Yeah, it is. And now I'm thinking, look how strong just those 3 lines are. It's quite mesmerizing that that's come within you.
No, this comes, this sort of information just comes. So this song is locked in loads and loads and loads of wisdom. Not my wisdom. I'm not saying I'm a wisdom-filled guy, but there's a lot of wisdom. When I look back at it, because I feel I'm not the writer, when I look back at it as someone who understands it, there's a lot of wisdom packed in this all of a sudden. At the time, it wasn't my intention to have this much yarn packed into these words. It was not my intention, I'm saying to you. Yeah. But I'm there, I'm just enjoying the tune. And above it, all I've got is a feeling evoking. I'm really grateful right now because I've just been on an experience, and these moments happen all the time. It's not necessarily only off the back of a yatra; they can happen any time. But then what it meant, I've realised afterwards that anyway. And it's always him anyway, or her, him, I'm gonna see it. I, Allah, Ram, God, whatever you want to say. But the issue is, we forget, obviously, all the time that it's all only one that's doing everything. And that's the game. All just said there. Yeah. And, but then that part of the song, this is all because of your greatness. It's your gift that we have this, that we are alive in the day and we got the night and the sun is setting. It's all thanks to you. And then I say, Kyun be shukra. Why am I so grateful? Why am I so grateful? Twice. With feeling, Kyun be shukra. Man mere, dear man, on my mind. In a friendly way, I'm saying to myself, what happy things, the so grateful. Then Svera melda, then Raat meldi, then Khan melda, then Peen melda, then Ki nahi melda. Everything you've ever wanted, eventually you find your way to get it. How is that happening? Then Sara was mili jada, didda de lende thak paye, juga jugantar khai khai. Asi khai jana. We are going to keep consuming. We are going to keep consuming. We're going to die consuming. So these teeth, we've talked about this before. Yeah. These teeth are going to get tired of chewing. These teeth are going to get tired of chewing. Kha kha ke dinda de lende thak paye, bhi thak jane hain. They're going to fall out. They're going to start falling out. They already, but it happens to.
I suppose you look at the whole body as well. Look, I'm one that'll always moan about my good day, but they're the same. How much can you run around trying to kick a football around?
They talk about it. Every time I want to play football.
Yeah, bang on.
Khelo, no problem.
Yeah. Jenny said on one of the shows you had a few scratches to your arm and stuff. Was that, didn't you?
No?
Oh, you did. But that was
playing sports.
I don't play any sports.
You know what it is? The thing is, what you got to do is, whatever you're asking for, you're going to get.
Yeah, 100%.
You're going to get whatever you're asking for, you can get. So, Dinda de lende by that Shabbat there, when we say Kyun Beshukura Man Mere, I'm singing here at that moment is because everything you've wanted, you keep getting.
Yeah.
And your teeth are going to fall out one day, so you can't chew anymore, so you have to put fake ones, and your good day are going to get changed. Why am I so ungrateful? Why can't I see everything I asked for, even the smallest request? Oh, I feel like going for a coffee there today. My mind says to who? And I end up going there. Now, I know most people say, yeah, I go there, but that's the whole point. Gurbani's saying there is no I. Give Satyara Vaye, give Kure Tutte Man. How are you going to break this wall of ignorance, which is created, which is the man, the ego? How are you going to break through the man? Because Piche Uhi Beta, just behind the man, Paramatma se.
100%.
Man tu jot sarup hai, apna mool pashan. How deep is that? What we're saying? Apna mool pashan. Man, mind, you are the sarup of the jot. Sarup jot, just listen to the words. we read this, they come, part of a and they say fast, man, mind, tu, jod, sarup hai, apna, mool, root, pashan. Recognize your root, man, you are God. Rabba tere andar ya man, on the other side, apna mool, pashan. Okay, the Guru said that. Look how Guru's written it. Man tu jod sarup hai. It's direct command language. Yeah?
That's the beauty of the whole of the Guru Granth Sahib Ji.
Yes.
It is direct, straight to the point. The answers are there all
There's
the
no
time.
50-50 in any of this. This is very straightforward. So you are the Jod Sarup, Apna Mool Pashan. Just recognize yourself. Recognize you are not who you think you are. Recognize you are somebody else behind that man. This man has got conditioning. This computer program has got all sorts of viruses installed over it. Yeah? The real software, the real OS has got all sorts of masked viruses, spam, all that sort of stuff, spyware, it's got all that installed over it. So you're believing you're something else. You take that off with Gurbani, the antivirus, bang, all of a sudden you recognize, shit, I was never that spyware, that, all them viruses that were on me, where I was thinking I'm Kaka. ਜਿਹੜੀ ਮੇਰੀ ਜੋਤ ਆ ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਦਾ ਸਰੂਪ ਹੀ ਸੀ ਪਰ ਮੈਂ ਪਛਾਣ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਾਇਆ
No bang
I
on
didn't get to recognize it. So that's what that song's coming from.
So you touched on it then. We had this chat probably no more than a week ago, and we were talking about Paramatma gives you everything. Like you said, the teeth eventually rot, the knees go, the ankles go, people's hearts go, and they need to have stems, but whatever it might be. The Guru gives them everything they want, and we tire.
Yeah.
And one thing that really sat with me is we spoke about unconditional love. What does Paramatma ask for in return?
What does he ask for?
What does he ask for in return?
Nothing.
That's the one being the one.
But how? But like, and I asked that as a bit of an open question, but we said, which other relation do you ever have that with?
Let's be honest.
But like whether it's with your friends, your mother, your father, your brothers, your kids, whichever family, whether we say or not, there's always some sort of trait there. And sometimes you might not be too aware of it. Subconscious there is. You bring your child up and you give that child everything. In return, when you get older, you'd expect a bit of help back. If they didn't, you'd say, someone would say down there, Munda, they brought him up and he's done one, or he didn't look after him.
It just depends on all circumstances. There's a backstory to every action.
Correct.
Ape beej, ape hikao. Every time. So everybody earns the circumstances of whatever it may be.
Yes.
Every time. So whether it's a great situation or a bad situation.
Oh yeah, no.
It's the perception of consumption.
Correct.
And this is where I feel like the Shabbat is going to help us all in consumption of the circumstances.
No, where I was and I agree totally.
So if my kid went off, as much beej I would have put in love and love and love, but whatever the circumstances, it's up to my mind to understand consumption.
Yes, correct. But whether we say it or not, you're in a state of sikhi, you'd probably say now, very much in yourself. There would be, in our human element, there's an element of resentment. There would be resentment there. We don't want there to be, but there would be. There would be. Whether we look at it, what I'm trying to say with Waheguru, that relationship is totally different. But Mahatma's not asking for anything at all. I'll give you an example. I could talk about mates. If I pick you up for the next 10 times in my car, or say you pick me up the next 10 times, I know I never once said, Jelly, I'll pick you up this time. Eventually you're going to think, bloody hell, my deal's going every time here. Or you pay for the next 10 meals we went for. Yeah. Eventually, underlying, you think, she must have taken it a little bit here. I'll pay for the last 10. What I'm trying to say, there is always some sort of tool there between humans. There is. We even spoke about a dog the other day, and someone said dog's probably the closest to Paramatma, as in a dog is always by your side. But I was saying, even that, if I didn't feed the kutta for 24 hours, 40 hours, eventually even that kutta is going to get angry. There is this is the point.
If you look at the example of the giving, so you can't actually find a example of unconditional love, truthfully, on the planet. Even someone said, what about the sun? Someone, what about this and that? but then the sun's stuck into a time. They say it will explode, isn't it? In Brazilian years, it's going to explode apparently. Like it or don't like it, why don't you just follow the Guru Granth Sahib Ji's message? What it's saying, like in simplest forms we just talked about earlier. Man tu jot saroop hai, apna mool pashan. Why don't you just focus on that? Have you got more important things to do than that? That you start to research when the beginning of the origin of the sun was and where water first dropped from this of wherever it came from. I don't know, freaking science. I mean, soche na hovi je soche lakwal, chuppe na hovi je laye raha iftar, bhukya bhukna utri je banna puriya par, and then sas syan pa lak hoye.
Yeah.
You can take all the knowledge of this universe. What use is it to you? Why don't you look at the Shabad where it's saying Man tu jot saroop hai apna mool pashan? Now that is telling you something to do. Why would you wait a second? How do you not know about this? Firstly, okay, let's say you don't know about it because of X, Y, Z. All these barriers that have been put in. The Gurdwara committee system has done so much damage for the oncoming generations. All the jagai nahi dinde. Bloody bolan the youngsters want to learn. Oh, more better in galle. Every committee out there, I would say to you now, you need to urgently act and you need to install another level, right? Another level urgency on saving the next 2 generations. When I say saving, nothing's going to happen to them, but I'm saying you're missing a lot of data. You're making it a lot harder for them. You know, if they want to connect to Sikhi in 100 years, you're making it a lot harder.
Bang on.
You understand? By not doing this. So that Sikhi is going to survive because you know what? As long as the last Sangh, the last core is alive, yeah? The last one who's got love for Sikhi in their heart, the last one. I'm talking, let's say in 1,000 years, we're down to the last Sangh or the last core. If the last one is alive and in their mind they've got love and they've got fire, that Sikhi is number 1. And that's non-negotiable, yeah? Then Sikhi can never die. And that will happen. Do you think that Paramatma is going to finish this idea? So all this worry about, we got to do more for Sikhi, we got to do that. Mate, it takes one flame, one little spark, and it will ignite the whole planet. But that's not my desire. That's not my priority. My Guru is saying, Man tu jot saroop hai, apna mool pashan. Not saying you go and recognize how we're going to extend Sikhi. I'm not saying I don't want that. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing is out of my love. But the point is, Ek Onkar Satnam Kartapur, all the way through. Why are we not following what the Guru's teaching is in the Guru? Why are we going to another document? Why are we going to another saroop of another knowledge, another Granth or any other document? Why are we going to those? Why would you need to if you're not acting upon this in action? This is my passion, that's what I'm speaking on. I'm not saying I do everything on there, but I'm saying our actions should be moving towards this as a collective. We should be becoming more kind and more love and more compassionate. Do you see that? I see a lot of hatred out there when it comes to religion. I see a lot of hatred.
Massively.
And that's why I'm writing these songs as well. And then I don't know how I've ended up on a bit of a Dharam level. With Rabba Veh, it started, it's all about gratitude, it's all about love, and that's what the Shabad does. But the key thing about the song, Rabba Veh, aunda te tere te, yeah?
Yeah.
Aj tak chade jo savera, jira shama wala aunda nera, dharti da ho sara fera. So every sunrise, every sunset, the spinning of the world, yeah? I missed out a key part. Rukh savar tande jeda. So like these plants, they are serving us the langar of breaths.
Wow. I love that line.
This bloke here, I don't know if the camera can see it, or this bloke here.
Yeah, I don't know.
This lovely plant over here. Jenny looks a bit like a plant today. He's dressed, because we were going to do this subject. Rukh savar tande jeda. You have to do like a movement. Rukh savar tande jeda. Manukta ch deve geda. Dharti da ho sara fera. E badaulat hai maula tera. Basically, Rukh savar tande. This is the bit where I actually thought to myself,
give yourself a pat, bro.
This bit I thought that is something else that's coming in now. But that's my ego in it.
But you've never been a science man.
No, but my ego starts to think it's me. When I'm writing it, when it's not saying, you bastard. But that's my ego, innit? But right? And I start to think, It happens, I'm telling
Of
you.
course it happens.
But this one is where that moment happened. I forgot God. I thought, man, right? And it was Rukh Savar Tonde Jeda. And I thought, Galbo, this is beautiful. And what come in my head is, because I'm just come off the back of this Yatra, Langar Vartao, see, and I've got my kids Langar Vartao. Do it.
The
It's
practice.
like, just, everyone does that to the kids. Get used to the feeling of serving others. And while I was doing that, Vartana Shabad was in my mind, it was in my conscious. So it just come to me, the Rukh, trees, Sa Vartao, they are serving me, the Langar, if you like. Not really, but they're serving me breaths, air, oxygen. They're serving me. They're looking after me. Like their relation with me is, they're there every day. I wake up, they're like, come on then, let's give you the air. You know, like you have these assistants who are just standing there and their job is just to, I don't know, give you a glass of water in the morning. A servant. It's like a servant. You know, to the royal family, better the food, right? Utte, we more drink wo he pee jande, sone de cup cho pee liya. You have a can of Coke. Even a slot now, you have a can of Coke is supposed to be a bit like the Nangria, sorry. Again, we have a can.
Nah, I'll have a can.
I'll be honest. Yeah, I'll have it. I know his principle is meant to look better, innit?
No, I'm saying, the champagne long glasses that the posh people have. Said, they champagne. What I'm saying is, the real reality of it is, what I'm saying to you is, water is what you're drinking out of it, yeah? That's given to us. It's serving us. Water is like our friend. You're getting water and it's been all turned into this whatever shit that's out there, yeah? Bro, it's not even yours. You don't own water. People are bottling it. They're selling it. You don't own that water. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's so true, but that's what's happening.
Why are we so brainwashed? I mean, not you. Why am I so brainwashed?
Yeah, but that's how...
These viruses are running in my head. I'm using this just as an analogy. I'm using my frustration as an analogy, hoping someone can connect to it. Yeah, so I'm just saying, why am I so brainwashed? And I think that this life, as I see it, is the only way. The real life, I'm blind to it. So मैं विसर ना जाए. आ देख ला पी लिया पानी दा बोतल मैं भी चलो पी रहा था.
You got to keep the whistle going, isn't it?
Look what it says. Look what it's called. Thirsty planet. प्यास सारियां नु लग दिया. Thirsty planet.
White rock.
सारियां नु लग दिया. Right? What I'm saying is, these are how connected humans are. Look, everyone, all of us need this. Yeah? And that's what the track, what I'm saying. So the trees are serving us oxygen, and that oxygen is circulating. You breathing it out, he's breathing it in. You breathing it out, he's breathing it in. The tree's breathing it in, you're breathing it out. Whatever. All this, it's a chain. It's like transactional. You know, like you see bank transfers.
Even breath's transactional between human and plant.
Yeah, I'm saying, you know, like bank transfers, when we're seeing transfers happening here now in this track, I'm picturizing breaths transferring, and it's a transactional. It's all balanced. It's all calculated. That tree's going to breathe out. It's going to keep the whole of the human race alive. Because if that count drops and the oxygen starts running out, you're dying, mate. You're taking that for granted. You're dying. If oxygen starts to drop, a lot of people are dying.
But look at the beauty of Paramatma's system.
You think, your problem is I need to get the Sainsbury's shopping list by 5 p.m. or my missus is going to go mad. You think that is a real problem?
Well, it is for some.
You think
you know, and if that's the only worry they got, then that's a great thing.
Yeah, but I'm saying in the context of the world.
Yeah, but
your shopping list.
I think what Kaka's alluding to here is that look at how amazing this game of Paramatma is.
Yeah.
That we don't even think about the breath.
Yeah.
We're not even aware of it.
I'm not saying your shopping list ain't important.
Because
you keep your sub down there, yeah?
Look at
I understand.
Look at the reality of it, of this system of the plant to the tree to the human. How intricate it is.
Yeah.
How Paramatma's made it, and we don't even bat an eyelid at it. How many verses in the song?
We're still in the first one.
That's what I'm saying. How many are there?
2. There's only 2.
Okay.
So Manukta ch deve geda transfers. Ann dharti da ditta dena. The fruit, if you like, the ann, the way I see it, like the vegetables and everything that grows, everything that comes out of the earth, which is, this is news to me. This is what I'm focusing on. This. I didn't know this before, that everything comes out of the earth. I'm telling you the truth. I did not know this. I'm so thick. I'm telling you now, I have got to be the thickest guy there is. There's so much I was not aware of. Before Gurbani, I was so dumb, right? I still am, because that dumbness is just it was a habit.
There's a trait
When
in
I say
it.
dumb, I'm saying like I wasn't aware of a lot of facts in the world. If that makes you dumb, which I think it does in some terms.
No, I mean, there's understanding, not
I'd
like
like
being
to come
exposed
across-
to knowledge.
That is, I like to come across as dumb.
All
Just
right.
to the audience, I know how smart I am.
I'm not saying you're smart either.
He's making you're giving him loads of
No. I don't want you to take this the wrong
I
way.
hope someone else there thinks I'm really dumb and tries to pull a fast one on me. And someone did that to me recently. I just told someone off this morning, didn't I?
Today. Oh, yes, they did. Yes.
Ah, boy.
I forgot
One of
about
the
that.
guys was messing about. But anyway, what I'm saying is I was dumb then. I still have an element of dumbness in me.
Yeah.
And I wasn't aware of all these things. Like everything comes on this planet, it comes out of the earth. You hear the sayings, but I need to know technically. My brain needs to know how, right? Till I don't know how, I don't really understand it. And I believe it's almost, well, I believe it. That's how dumb I am, but I don't understand it. So when you think that everything comes out of the earth, I started looking around me and I started seeing glass, TVs. I'm thinking, how could the TV come out of the earth? That's just stupid. That's how dumb I was. But then when I started to learn with Sikhi, because I thought, ek onkar, everything's one. And I said this once in a Vichar session, even the wall is Paramatma. You know, a few people laughed at me saying, you can't say stuff like that. The wall is Paramatma. And I thought to myself, but I actually am seeing the wall as Paramatma as well now. If everything is that one, how do I know that consciousness is not awake even in the brick, even in the sand? How do I know? This don't mean I now go to the Guru Granth Sahib Ji and it says there, it's not like that. The Guru Granth Sahib Ji is not a yes and no book. It's a rhythmic, spiritual grant of absolute love. That's what it is. It is the most divine ocean of love. If you are not in that mindset of love, it's not going to make sense. Then you're just looking for a checklist, like a book of law. You might as well go to the police station, mate. You're just looking at, can you do this? Can you cut your hair? Can you drink sharab? Can you eat meat? Take this one, take this one. Can you do this? Oh, I got all these. I'm Sikh, mate. I'm in. Sorted.
You're in the
shit.
boys club.
You know, I can't do this one here. Yeah. There's one here. Oh, you can't drink sharab. Oh, I can't do that one. You know what I might do? I'll tick it. I'll get the full shebang, yeah? I'll do the other one on the slide. No one's going to know. I'm in, boys. I'm Sikh. That's not how you get into Sikhi, bro. You do not get into Sikhi through, I've said this before. You do all that. Right? I'm not saying anything bad to them. I'm saying it because it's happening, because we're making this checklist of a religion, right? All those things, I've said this before. However, all those things are important. So don't, I hope no one makes a clip out of this and I'm going to be because they don't see the full conversation. This is a long podcast. But what I'm saying is, you have to be in the state of love. You have to be. That is what it starts from. Ik Onkar, yeah? We know this. I'm not going to go over that. We know this. You have to be in a state of love. So if you're going to Gurbani now in a state of love, you're going to take your information from there. And that's where this song, looping back into it, where we're saying, Rukh Savar Tonde Jeda Manukta Jadeve Geda Anatar Tida Ditta Dena. This is going to keep giving. Juga Juga Dai Hai Batera. This earth has been providing us materials for jugs for ages.
Yes.
Hundreds and hundreds of years. So that TV, I now started to understand that the sand that's in the screen came out of the earth. The plastic casing around it is some element that's come out of the earth and has been glued together or whatever. I started to see that this is just mitti. Everything is mitti. This loha has been pulled out from the earth somewhere and made into this shape. This is ittan. They've come out. This is sand. That's not a window. That's sand. This is plastic. It's all sorts of mixed together. This is might have come off a sheep. The sheep ate tanti. And when the sheep's dead, it's tanti anyway. But this is what I don't know how it grows out. And yeah. There's plants that give cotton. I can't believe that. So my dumb self now started to see stuff. And why? Who's the credit to? The Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Ik Onkar. Just that much is enough to teach you that. So then when we're saying Antar Tida Ditta Dena Juga Juga Dai Hai Batera, Kyun Beshukra, Kyun Beshukra. Why am I so ungrateful? Why am I so ungrateful? Because when you zoom out to a macro level of this universe, you will realize, why am I so ungrateful? Sit in there's about 65,000 billion light years away, just around the corner, not that way. Just go and sit there sometimes. Just take your mind. I think it's 65,433 billion, exactly where I sit. Yeah, you get a place around there. The plots are free. They're not charging anything at the moment. And you know what? no one really knows about this, but you can go and chill there. Go zoom out so far, just in your mind.
Yeah.
I'm not asking you to
got to
travel
take your
there.
legs there. You just got to take your mind.
Go over there, sit there, and then look in there and see if Santander can affect your mind space over there. See if HSBC's bills that are coming out, or all these bills that we're worried about, these mortgages or our kind of, see if they matter over there. And if they do, flipping out.
It is so true.
Then you got a problem.
When I see it in films, when they zoom out, and they keep zooming out. How irrelevant are we? When you zoom out, can you see one of us like jumping up and down saying hello?
Yeah. As in, it's so minute.
Yes. Going on to the second verse.
Very relevant, yes.
So it then says, Be shukra.
Manda mere. So why am I so ungrateful? So that's the point we're up to now.
Yeah.
And then the second antara, then where this takes a turn now. So that was about me being ungrateful. And then the second antara was mainly about that this is all temporary and how have I found you? Like, I'm so happy, how have I found you? Like, through...
What's the lines?
So to go on to this one, it says, how does it start? Okay, no, sorry. Leave these pauses in this because to show people we're human, innit?
Yeah, you got to think. No, you got to think about it.
Show our failures as well. Social media then you're not
going to remember.
Photo. I just took to myself here. I like this guy. Look, I really like that. But I can't bring myself to do it. I saw you do it. I thought, nah, that's a guy like a camera. But this song, so it goes from the second antara now. Na koi hor si sahai mera.
Cheeky Jaloos.
Going back to the verse, please.
Yes, this is how your friends, you can press their buttons and look, jelly, they're not lucky menu kya. That's when it hurts. Listen, this is where the ego comes in.
Massively.
And the ego says, menu kya?
Yeah.
Mera
besti.
Me. Besti. Me.
So true.
That is him. That's Mr. Ego. Recognize him. I know Jelly's past this.
Oh, no, he's past it, yeah.
Funky Fakir knows what he's doing. He's entertaining. But
go on to verse 2.
So that Jelly.
Hold on, let me get this right. Your ego is testing my ego. Is that what you're doing?
All egos are testing all egos. Everyone.
Is that your get out of jail card? I was testing him.
Even when I'm doing my part, even when I'm meditating, my ego's there. My ego's watching me. You know what my ego's saying to me then? This is good for you. Do it. This is amazing. You know what he's saying? Meditate. Meditation is for good things. You're a good person. You're a good guy. It's there, man.
Yeah. I'll tell you.
I don't hear it at that time, but now reflecting on it, I can see it never goes away.
No, it doesn't. I'll tell you. I'll give you an example. Like, obviously, we've been in London this weekend. We got a top bunda in our team, Hardeep Khalsa. He woke up this morning early and he put the Panj Bani on the baton.
Yes,
and I heard it, it woke me up. And I thought, wow. And then it went on to Jalb Saab and it carried on.
Energy.
But I was falling asleep in and out. But my ego is saying to me, you better listen to it. You better listen to it.
That's ego.
Your ego saying, you better do it. You better go into your Sikhi zone. If someone else is doing it, you better do it. And it was just interesting. Look, it had massive positives on me, huge positives, but it's recognizing where the ego does sort of chirp up, if that makes sense.
It does. It is a balance to it. That's a very positive thing. You would never want your ego to stop doing.
No, not at all.
Because it's for your benefit. It's giving us discipline, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you're 100% right. It is coming from the ego.
Yeah.
It's not coming from the only time. Look, this could be all absolutely cobblers what we're talking about. This is just what we believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
So someone can say, nah, you're chatting it. Bro, theek hai, tu jo manda, tu mani anda. I can't understand the same what's going on in your head.
Yes.
Yeah. Tenu meri nahi samjh aani, mainu teri nahi aani. Don't worry about it. Not a problem. We don't have to have a kick-off over it, bro. Panga pe gaya. Tu galat bol raha, main ekda nahi hega. Ekda ne bahut hai bande hue. Freaking, they're going to bring their bloody big book, of checklists.
Complaints.
Bande sahi hai, inna da gyan, Rabba di gal kar bhi sakde hai. There's these people.
Yeah, there is. Right? Of course there is.
I'm saying to that person, watching this, and you're saying to me, we're going to come for you, saying you're getting this wrong. I'll say, yeah, firstly, yeah? Tachal tu das. And I'll listen to you and I might be able to learn from you. I genuinely will listen to you. Pyar na jao, wherever you're going to go. It's about love. Okay, second verse.
Yeah.
Na koi hor si sahai mera. Now I'm talking about my journey into Sikhi. Na koi hor si sahai mera. At that moment, I had no more friends. You know, I started going through a transformation. When a transformation comes, enlightenment. I've got no friends. I've started to realize there's no friends left. Itte asal ch koi friend hai nahi. Yeah?
Yeah.
Kis naal ki jai dosti, sab jag chalan haar. When that Shabad starts to install in you, kis naal ki jai dosti, who shall I become friends with? Sab jag chalan haar. Sare ne tur jana. If everyone's going to get up and go,
there's only one.
Let's give you another example on this Shabad, yeah? If you go onto a train station and your train is just from here to the next stop, literally, it's a short journey, yeah? How many people would you make friends with? Would you say, would you go with the intention with, I want to make so many friends here and stay here? Would you?
Not really.
No.
It's one
You
stop.
probably put your headphones on and you just zone out.
One stop. When I say friends, I'm talking friendship where they're my best friends.
And
Would you go out to find that friend in that moment? Would you even bother? Yeah? I don't think
I mean, I wouldn't.
If someone says yes, then you just slap. No one does. Right? Now, basically, kis naal ki jai dosti sab jag chalan haar. Who shall I make friends with when sara jag de tarpana? That train journey we're talking about, Guru Nanak Dev is saying this life is just that train journey. Who are you actually going to be friends with? Now, we are only friends with people because of our own common interests, our own desire for happiness. People who make us happy, we hang around with them. They're not really friends. We're not friends. We are here for a common purpose. Sikhi is our connection. We know that. Dharam Seva is our connection. The truth is, no one's your friend. Even your family ain't your family. Na koi hor si sahai mera. There's no one, there's no friends here. Remember, I just cross-referenced it to the Shabad. Kis naal ki jai dosti sab jag chalan haar. I hope people will sing that one day, right? I'm not singing Shabads, by the way, at the moment because I feel I'm not.
You're expressing in a different way.
I'm just trying a different method.
Yeah.
But that's the ultimate. The people who do that, I love it. Madhveer Mani, Karanjit Singh, Hajara Singh, amazing. Keertani from UK. Jasleen Kaur in India.
Amazing.
Anantveer Singh.
Really good.
My favourite by Satvinder Singh.
By
Harvinder Singh. Oh my God. They're such an influence on me. Keertan something else. That's another zone. That's what I'm saying. We're like idiots. These guys here and me. We're absolute idiots. Do not put us anywhere near. Do not take this message we're doing into a divine area. Keep us in the low gutter. Keep haters coming at us. Keep coming at us. Yes. Don't start to appreciate us and put us on pedestals. I'm telling you guys now, and we say this to everyone, do not fall for the trap. The point I'm making is, hate me, hate these guys. Okay, right? Come for us. We're just being real. If we had, if these cameras were off, we say whatever we want. Look, what's the worst? We don't mean any harm to them. The key thing here is this. Our intention
He's already written us off as mates.
No, but you're right.
I'm saying, look, my intention is not to ever say bad about anyone, and I love everyone. Same, you believe me. I know you're the same.
Yeah.
So we don't hate anyone. We don't wish bad upon anyone. Sarbat tapala. But there's certain things in the world that are going on. Reet Ravaja. Yeah, ek gana likha for Arjun Singh Kaka, as you know. Shad Reet Ravaja Duniya Diya Reet Ravaja. Again, a young lad, 16-year-old's going to sing this, my nephew, and he's got cut hair, and we're making him sing about Sikhi on purpose. Because I'm saying, why can't someone with cut hair? I'm saying, why can't a guy with cut hair
on purpose?
give a message?
You know what? Going on a tangent here, I'll never forget. I went to a Nagar Kirtan years ago when we used to do the old CDs.
Yeah.
And this uncle come over to me. And I'm not going to say the singer's name, but the singer's had his album out there and we were trying to sell him. And he goes, I'll never buy that. And I said, why? And he goes, daddy, he's cut his daddy. Can't have it. I just stood there in that moment. I was like, you're differentiating.
Uncle di gal bhi sahi bhi ek gal sahi hai. Uncle their respects pe jine case rakhiya tu gal sikhi di kar raha par tere case hai nahi, you're not showing in action. So uncle di bhi gal theek hai. But what is uncle? That's not the way to go about it. You know, when you divide, you're better off using knowledge and be more articulate in some way. Pyar de naal. There's not pyar in that approach. When we say tere baal katte hai. That is why we have to break that. And I'm getting my nephew.
That's what I'm saying. That's why he's doing this trap.
And he even said to me, I want to become a singer. He really badly went through a moment, a few days and weeks where he actually was so inspired by our music that we're making now. And in the end, you know what I said to him? I said, no. I said, I know what's your inspiration. Your inspiration is my music. You've been hearing you've heard the speeches that are going to come out. I'm like, that is not the intention to turn you into a saint. The intention is to learn about Sikhi. When it comes out your heart, he's 16. Yeah, when it comes into your heart, let it flow. Then no one will be able to stop it. So if you're asking me straight away, I'll give the right guidance and let her down. Because you're asking me.
Correct.
Yeah?
1 million%.
So that's how you guide someone who wants to become a saint. He's my nephew. I want to do what's best for him. Right? I could say to him, No, he's asking me, nah, bro, you're not ready. You're a good lad. This is very good. Park it to the side. Focus on something else. If it comes back, he ain't coming to me. He ain't asking me. Then that's going to be a real saint.
Yes.
Just go.
Then you're a real saint.
When you're gone.
If you're asking questions, beautiful place to be. Let's see how much desire you got. So basically, that's how I look at it anyway.
Yeah.
So the music is going to evoke that, and I hope people don't become saints, right, listening to our music and think that's all there is. I've mentioned this before. Gurbani na jodna. Fair to sing. Fair koi bhi banda sahi hai. Gurbani na jodo. And if you got any problems, reach out to anyone. Amazing organizations like Basics of Sikhi. Jagraj Singh was a very dear friend of ours, and we mentioned it before. We did so many things with him. He was so helpful when we started. We started at the same time. Our path is different.
Huddersfield Nagar Kirtan, he was on stage with
lovely.
us.
Yeah.
The whole organization, Jeevan Pal Singh, who's Gagan's cousin, really knowledgeable. These are like amazing Gursikhs and organizations. Khalsa Aid, we know through Ravi Singh, we used to be very regularly, doing stuff with them. And Midland Langar Seva. Yeah. The other one I was going to say was Seek to Inspire. Nanak Naam, who I love. Yes. I love watching Nanak. By Baljeet Singh's the new one. Who went with
he's great.
Yeah. He's amazing. Journey of Compassion.
Yes.
Is one. Yeah. We're watching all this stuff, brothers, and we love you guys. And we love
amazing.
Nahang Singh's Art of Elusive. Bhai Sahab I knew from back then as well. And of course Dilbar Shah Singh from Huddersfield, who's an Ustad, who is an amazing person. I just want to I hope this message trickles out to organizations. Even East London, there's Bob Honey, Bob Padi, Bob Singh Padi. There's Bob Singh in Birmingham doing a lot of good things now. Right? I'm getting all the names in now. So I don't even think I put it on board now. No.
I think what you're doing here is it's just showing that, you know what, all of these gone. You got more yet?
I'm saying video and music. Share kar do tushe apne
No, but I think there's something you touched on.
Look, love you guys.
There's no competition in this.
There's no competition. Yeah, but I'm saying
there's no competition.
Bro,
you're not trying to beat each other.
What I'm saying is, Baki Janta, Jinni bhi hai ya, sade pra. I don't know who's watching this. Pen, pra, baap, jo bhi hai na. What I'm saying is, jere sade ya, we are on the same mission of Sikhi, right? And that could be anybody out there. But I'm saying, understand, we are on the same mission.
Yeah.
GSN lyrics. He's writing lyrics. He's doing music, and I'll see him, and I'm like saying to him, "Tu hor kar, look at the bigger picture, bro. You're really good. Bring out some energy. You're going to connect to people. You know what I mean? This ain't about me or you or
definitely,
bro. We're here for like no time, and we're collectively on the same mission.
Yes.
Imagine going somewhere and you got all these people on your team.
Oh,
you're going somewhere. All of a sudden, this is your team now, right? But for that, you guys have to think like that as well. I'll tell you, this is actually quite funny, right? Firstly, we were involved in releasing the album straight out of Khalistan. Yes, we were. It was brought to us as a packaged album, and at that moment in time, our understanding was that this is nothing wrong with this. Like, it's fine. It's all out there on the internet. We're not doing it with the intention of making people turn against India.
Yeah.
But it's just about keeping history alive, that these atrocities, they killed many people.
It was a genocide. 84 was a genocide.
You can't forget that. And there's many amazing people. Jazz from, Jazz Singh from Sikh Federation, who's a very good person. He's got so much pain for this subject in his heart. Oh, Bachara, he's all decade, him and his dad, decades and decades, they have kept the fight alive because they have seen the suffering and they're affected by it. Yeah. We got in Leamington, Satnam Singh, Bachara uncle, the most beautiful human being. He's ridiculed by people. You know why?
Yeah.
Because he's got hurt that people got murdered, and the 1984 happened, but we've been getting basically atrocities against us. He's hurt.
Yeah.
And you know what? In our community, there's someone like that. They ridicule them. Not ridicule as in no one would have the guts to go up to him and laugh in his face. He's a lion. But the point is, you bully, almost like you condition this bullying conditioning where you say, oh, he's lost the plot, he's lost.
Yeah,
moving
yeah.
these people with genuine causes to the side, right? Just because of pressure from governments, and it is governments. And there's no, I'll tell you how it's governments, I can tell you. When so this album comes to us called Straight Out Khalistan. There's loads of stuff about Khalistan there. Yeah, and we've always been about spiritual stuff. It's not our forte. Talking about politics is not our forte because it's not I've said this before, it's not really of an interest to me.
Yeah.
It's not, right? My interest is spirituality. Until the government here doesn't say to me, you can't do your part, you can't keep your case, you now need to, then it will become a very, very important matter to me. But until that happens, I'll be honest with you, where I am, it's not my number one priority. Gurbani is. I'm in love with the Guru, and I'm just going by command of the Guru Granth Sahib, literally directly, yeah? But what I'm saying is, when we released Straight Out Khalistan, what happened to it? It was brought to us by some good guys. Like I said, they weren't dodgy, but they were doing music. They're like, you know what,
brilliant.
we want to keep the vibe alive. We want to keep the memories alive. Like we don't want to give up. We ain't had justice yet.
Yeah.
We ain't had it yet. We want to keep it alive. So okay, we're saying, we just become saints. Let me just get this point, yeah?
Yeah.
So we got the album. I want to explain what happened with this. And we released it innocently, and we thought, look, there's nothing wrong. Because at that moment, even on social media, it wasn't that hot.
Yeah.
YouTube, no one was saying anything. We had a few tracks like this. KS Mukkan done one. Pinjani, shit. We released them, it wasn't a problem. All of a sudden, I'm saying there's a change. What happened was, and I'll tell you what happened, a BBC reporter, I wish I knew his name now, because I would mention his freaking name now. I want everyone to put pressure on this guy. I can't remember his name now. But basically, what you can do, man?
Yeah.
Right? Basically, this guy at the BBC, whoever he was, right, he puts in a complaint on Twitter. These people are funding terrorist tracks or something. And I was like, and what happened? You know, where we uploaded, we spent a lot of money on this. I'm telling you now. We wanted to market it. We thought this is good. We're keeping someone's heart alive, what they want.
He's so passionate when he put it together. Yeah, so passionate.
Community, this is a huge thing. How many Gurdwara across the world? So we wanted to serve that. So we put money into it. We didn't ask the Sangat for anything. We wanted this to be good. The presentation was amazing. People loved it. Project got packaged and we were selling it openly. All of a sudden, they basically, on Spotify, we get messages, bang, 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 all our money that we'd put in. And there was a lot of money at that time for what we...
for our cause,
all of it went bang. They shut our account down. It was Ditto Music, by the way, right? And we emailed them. We got I tried to ask people for help. And at that moment, you know what happened? I was a bit upset because what happened, we were doing all this and we wanted to keep this message alive. And this reporter, he just shut it down just by making up that this is this and that and this and that. But it wasn't the intention of the art that's in that case. This is art. You should be allowed to sing about what you want, right? And it was Jagwala Jata.
That's right,
They're
doing amazing.
This is their desire and their department. And we lost everything at that moment. And then I spoke to a lot of people, we were quite disheartened, but so we lost everything. And people don't know this. And then after that, they shut down a lot of the work we had started.
Yeah.
It all started shutting down. Chop, 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 chop. We lost the Ditto account. We lost money. And we literally had to take down all the 84 based or anything Garam, if you like. Music.
Yeah, we did. We had to make a conscious effort on that.
Then our channel survived it, and we said, look, we're going to have to just focus on Kirtan, because if we keep doing this, they're shutting this down. There's clearly a suffocation going on from some government from the top order. Yeah? So that's happened. And so that's why we focused on Kirtan a lot. All the time we were doing Kirtan, Shabads, but we Rabba Veh because we are in love with that zone. That's where we love being. So we just do what we love. But my point is, I'm saying, is that out there, what's happening, everyone's got different zones. You know what I mean?
100%.
And they don't know the backstory of what happens in all these things, but we can openly talk about this. And I've written the songs, Kuch Ta Tusi Daya Karo. And through my music now, the point is, I ain't got no fear about nothing. So I'm going to sing about the truth. I'm not going to sing to create a war in a country. I'm not against India, personally. I love India. I'm telling you straight. I absolutely love India. I love Indians. I'm telling you, I've got so much love for anybody who's from the land of India. Anybody, right? Because take away that title, you're just a humans. Whatever your ideology is, I'm not getting into that. Some of it's warped. Most of it's probably warped. Yeah. You're going to say mine's warped. So I don't want to get into that. But the point is, we're making music just for education. And you can't deny that education of 1984. And it's coming up to 40 years. And The plan, but I want to do this because then I was all of a sudden all over Twitter with a picture of a gun.
I'll never forget that picture.
I took a picture of a gun and I was giving it loads in Vancouver years ago. All chapter they put it on front. So I had a campaign targeted against me. 2000 saying these guys, apparently I get Indian singers, famous ones, and I train them up and I fund them. The funding we've all this as well. Yeah, we got so much money. Yeah, have you ever seen us ask for a donation? Bro, we can't even afford, flipping editing up and again and can't afford it. Our cameraman now, I got an editor, I had to get one in the end. He goes to me, Buddy, can't you get just get a cameraman from a wedding or something? The new stuff we've been doing is, I said, Buddy, we have to do it ourselves. This is our desire. We love it. Yeah. It's all on our energy. I said, I said, Jelly's always going mad. He's made professional videos, so many. He's like, bro, we need a DOP. I'm not sorry, bro. We are everything. Yeah, we ain't got messages. You don't have to look too good. Just be ourselves.
Yeah.
And so that's what that is.
But that's what I mean. Where was the funding going to come from?
Yeah, where's the funding going to come from? So these guys started making videos about me. Oh, funding, this guy's a terrorist, this and that. And it had it started going out. And I basically ain't gone to India after that. Maybe this guy just made up this video of me. Yeah. It's obviously because we had links with good artists and everything. And
this is what's going on, bro. Editing, middle of the night, because we can't find an editor.
I see better.
We're driving to Leicester to get last minute editing done with Wiz. I'm trying to
shutting us down, bro.
We're trying to get things. We're not rich by any means.
What I'm saying, why they're shutting us down? Why these people are shutting us down? They've misunderstood us. If you are out there and you just want to kill the Indians, you want to kill the Pakistanis, I want to kill the Afghanis, I want to kill the Russians, I want to kill this. You're one of those guys, I want to kill this, that, and that, Bro, chill out.
Yeah.
You can't kill You chill out. Yeah, if you're one of those guys who really hates another race, bro, chill out. Because if 20 of that race come in front of you ain't doing jack. Okay, let's say you can kill 20 of them because you're some mad Superman in your mind. 100 out of 1,000 out of you're talking genocidal. Do you want to kill that many people? How can you hate any race? Hitler, what's the difference between you and Hitler? If you've got prejudice against another race.
Yeah, that's
I say now Hindus. Hindus is the new one. I see this very often now. On the Hindu side, they look over to the side, on the Sikh side. Don't they pass it? They start getting bang, 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 hating each other in the middle. Idiots. I'm telling you now, idiots here. They're all going for each other. Now they hate. What do they hate? They hate races. They're racist. That's what we call racist. They hate a race. And why do they hate a race? Because they're different. We are one. You hate everyone because they're different. Someone tries to be different, you start to hate them. Oh my God, what's going on? What's going on here? Yeah. Now I'm saying to all these governments, whoever watches us, if they do, personally, that is amazing that you watch us. That's actually
big up.
Listen to the music, and I hope you nod to the music. And you're like, yeah, get to this track. This guy's actually quite good. I hope Rishi Sunak's team or these team who monitor this and they watch, keep an eye on them Dharam Seva guys. They're getting strong and sicky, yeah. I hope they're watching and they start going, look, they're sitting there in the office. Son. Yeah, the Indian terrier. Son. Case dalo is par. That's what people think this happens. But if it does, we don't know, innit? You're going to be secretive. We're going to be open. You guys be secretive. We're going to be secretive. And then the same with Rishi Sunak's guys, the Gore. Ooh, Bob, listen to these guys.
Hey, James.
No, James Bond. Have you heard this riff?
Yeah, they got the dabbler in it.
Rabba Veh. On that day, aaj tak chade jo savera. Oh yeah, he's like, I like that bit. He changes the tune. You know? Anyway,
we haven't finished verse 2 yet.
नहीं हम लोग जेरी गल करनी ਆਪਾਂ podcast बनाई जाओगे. Point is ਆਪਾਂ ਸੱਚ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੁਣ ਕੀਤੀ. It feels quite good to say this. But anyway, that India stuff died off. Now we're back here. Now we're more powerful than ever because hon ਸੱਚੀ ਅੰਦਰੋਂ ਜ਼ੋਰ ਬਾਹਰ ਹੈ. The power, and all we're doing is we want to speak truth. Yeah, we got no agendas. When you got love, and all our team have just got love, you got no agenda. So we ain't got no enemies. Yeah. हम नहीं चंगे बुरा नहीं कोई.
Yeah.
Literally every time.
Translated that in for our English.
Hum nahi change, we are not good. We know that. One thing we just saying it, hum nahi change, thinking, yeah, mate, I'm the best. Yeah. Hum nahi change. truthfully is, look, we are not the best.
Mm.
Look, we've got so many failures. That's why on here now, Gala bhi kar dittiyan, on itthe hor bhi, I am holding back a bit. I could swear worse, right? I'm not your chunga person to role model onto. Yeah, I don't want that. It's not my intention. Don't do it. I see many sants out there. They put the chole on. They're walking around and they're all divine looking, right? But I can't say bad about them. Although I'm having a right cuss. But I'm not supposed to say bad about them. But now I'm going to use you guys, your lovely fraternity of saints, through this system, which I don't know how this system is approved. How do you get the title Sant?
I think there's a bit of a criteria.
Depends on the designer who's flying it up.
Yeah.
Bro, you don't even know. You get the number plate. If you got the number plate, that's it. Everyone knows. If I got the number plate now, son, and I put Kaka on it, and I put it on my number plate, मैं थानू हुणे दस दिंदा कि जा रही है उन्हीं बना देना.
I'll tell you what, there's some money in it though.
It's a political statement.
There's some money in there.
This has now become a political outfit.
It has.
Outfit, yeah?
It has.
Because who makes you the son? The public votes. It's like votes.
Yeah, it is.
And these are physical votes. Oh, the son there. Oh, the idda hui. One vote done. Duja, have you heard about him? Word of mouth. That's how sons become through word of mouth.
And social media is so strong.
Wait a second. How do you know what experience that guy's had inside himself? Oh, wait a second. He told you. So where's that come from? Something called the ego. This happened to me. I did this. So he's told you, isn't it? He's had an experience in his ego. So why is he? So that's how his ego has now created himself a name which he likes. Yeah. And there is a history on this, right? There was Mahapuruks and there were some. Of course there was. I'm not saying there weren't. I'm talking about today. How is this title being dished out? And back in the day, Bande was simple. See, they were pure. They were not. You look at they're not like just Jalak in the same way as the generations are getting.
Bro, come on, look, let's just be real. With the barbarian stuff going on at the moment, it is nuts.
I'm saying it's been abused.
No, 100%. Look, we've seen certain ones get caught out and they've come out and all of that. The cycle of Sikhi in that sense.
That's what I mean. That area is very low, on their understanding. They need to up their understanding. They have to wake up. But the whole point is that there's so much things to talk about now.
Oh, there's so many subjects.
But in the song, going back to the song, all the way back through this rocky road we've just come through. Na koi hor si sahai mera. There's no one who's my friend here. Na koi hor si sahai mera. Na labbe dar khad kama keda. I couldn't find which door shall I knock on. I can't find no friends. I don't even know which door to knock on anymore. I don't even know where to go in this place. Yeah. I'm in a state of confusion. What's going on? I'm looking for doors. Who should be my friend? Wait a second. Is this world all fake? Is this an illusion? What the hell's going on? That's what's going on in me in this song. This is actually talking about when I become a saint. It's that moment I experienced this. When I let go of everything. Where I transform. So I'm saying, I was drowning in the sense that this is not real. I do not want to stay believing in this world that everyone's just following. This is not real. What's going on in the world? Then, over the course of the years, then when I was drowning, when I started first you have to question. You have to recognize wrong to become right. Yeah, you have to. You have to recognize it's wrong. Then you make the decision that is right. So I was recognizing it's all wrong. Here, now Paramatma has done it. He's taken a seat in my heart. In my love now, it's joined onto him. All my other friends, I still love them in that sense, but this is a different type of love I'm talking about. Now, this one is now, he's doing something. I feel it. I just feel his energy. He's doing something, helping me from within. It's just moving stuff, yeah? And then, then, Agyanta da jo hanera, my ignorance. You remember I said, I didn't know that stuff came out of the ground. Agyanta da jo hanera, the darkness of ignorance, nikali janda hona thodi dera, is now coming out. It's about to be lifted. I'm starting to freaking see here. I'm starting to see even the dumbest things. I'm recognizing a TV as sand. Na koi hor si sahai mera, na labbe dar khad kama keda. Kake da dubda si janda beda. Fir tusa laya dil vich dera. Ho agyanta da jo hanera, nikali janda hona thodi dera. Yakeen full eho teri mera. Yakeen full eho teri mera is saying that now I knew 100% this is you. There's one thing being religious and all this, when it's spiritual and you feel something, this is where you know this is you. So prem onda. When you got prem for everything, you can't start. You're not hating. Humne hi bure. Yeah. What's the name? Humne hi change, bura nahi koi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Humne hi change, bura nahi koi. you actually now literally starting to see these shabads. Ek Onkar, you're starting to literally see this, yeah? Karta Purk, everything. Hukm-e Andar Sahab ko. Now you are reading the shabads literally. You are following them in your mindset, in your life, yeah? Obviously, sometimes you fall off. And we all have, moments where we fall off and the mind gets strong. But that's what it's talking about. Nikali janda hona thodi der yakin. No, yakin full e ho teri mera. Then at the end of it is narani mana pe antachike si antachike. So it all rhymed and it and then that bit was that my mother isn't going to stay, my father isn't going to stay. Yeah. So this is all temporary. He's the only friend. He's the one, just stick to him. As long as you got him as inside you, put all your energy, devotion into following this lead that he's leaving within your mind. Be fearless, talk about what you want to talk about, be yourself, do not have any problem in the world. But you know what? You're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna have greed kick in, you're gonna have anger kick in, you're gonna have calm, low mohankar. They're always gonna be there till you're dead. You know what? Just stay with the one. And the minute you stop loving and you stop being horrible to people, you know you've gone off the track. You start doing chugli of someone. The minute tu kisi chugli ka lape, that second, you know you've fallen off the track. And that's what the song is.
Amazing. I'm sitting here and I'm just contemplating. I'm just thinking, wow.
So
just wow. I don't know what else to say.
The song's got a lot of stuff locked into it.
That end bit for me is like, when you just put it in perspective, your mother's going to leave this, your father's going to leave.
And you could take it bigger. Your mother, Mata Tart, this Tart is going to go one day. Maybe Sarapos is not in the car like science. We believe in what science says. That this earth is going to dim out, stars dim out. Narani Mana Rana Pe, Pavan Guru Pani Pita, Mata Dharta Mahat. Yeah? Pavan Guru Pani Pita. So Pani we need like then. Just what jabe.
Yeah.
Asli Pe Pani.
Yeah.
Hanji.
That's another conversation we'll have to go into. Yeah? The male element of the water goes into the earth element of the mother. The asli father and the asli mother. Mother is actually the earth, the big on the macro. We only recognize on the micro.
But it's also bring your mindset into the awareness.
Yes.
And then, just the reality of the cycle of life. Like you're saying, he wasn't too clued up about how things are put together and brought to you, but the intellect had risen and he was in awareness.
Yes.
And it's only with the Gyan, awareness can be unlocked. So it's like, whether you know it, you don't know it. If you don't know it, you simply don't know it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like you're thick or dumb in any shape or form. I'm not thick or dumb in any shape or form. I've just not been exposed to that backstory to understand what it truly is. But the track that we're saying now with Rabba Veh, once you've broken it down, for me personally, bringing me into a state of awareness of this organic cycle of this body. So almost coming back to your first thing that you mentioned, hitting the gratitude button.
Yes.
Enables me to do that after breaking down the track and resonating with it more so for me.
Definitely. And I think,
bring me the state of now.
Coming towards the end of the podcast now, I think Kaka's really touched on this song. I am going to make a bit of a plea to the Sangat a little bit here that we have a laugh, we are who we are, but there is such meaning to what we're doing in these projects. We aren't just doing things for the sake of doing it. We're not just throwing some instruments about and we pluck up a song or anything of that sort. This is meaning something. I will say, support this. If you guys don't support it, how long can we sustain it? We're not asking for massive donations, all of that. Listen to the songs, listen to the messages.
Why are you asking for massive donations?
Because...
Imagine Uncle is sitting there, 50 grand, ready to send, and you saying we're not asking for massive donations.
No, let me change that. No, let me change that. No, let me change that. We don't go out there and say, well, we need money because we can't run. People listen to our track, they want to, of course. But what I'm trying to say is that we're on a path here within Dharam Seva that there's a message that we want to push out, clearly through Kaka's lyrics and the way he's doing it. Please support us. Please spread it. Please post it to other WhatsApp groups, your social medias, all of that. And hopefully more than just helping ourselves, we spread a message amongst others. Hopefully, even if it's one person we change, well, that's amazing in itself. So guys, thank you so much for spreading a message, a right message from our gurus. That's ultimately what it is. Guru Granth Sahib Ji has given us information, and Kaka, through a musical element, is spreading that message as well. And that's why we're doing this. If there wasn't that passion behind it, Dharam Seva, the vehicle, won't be doing what it's doing. It wouldn't.
Some people like spiritual, some people like political. Miri piri kuch cheez aisa dili.
Yeah.
But there's different ways of delivery in it.
That's it. The
on a pantic level, we're collective. We are with everyone. And हरेक ना कई बंदे I've seen there's some wacky ones out there as well, but all be अपनी है.
Anji.
There's some people I say are really wacky. I'll be honest with you, really wacky. I'd like to think we're not wacky like that, but I know there's people out there like when I say wacky, I mean like your perception of Sikhi can go so far. You understand? There's so many different perceptions. I might be thinking here or here. You could be thinking here. We're never going to have the exact same thinking, and nor should we have that. Because if our fingerprints ain't the same, but if Shakalani is same, what chances there? But our mindset could be exactly the same.
Bang on. Bang on, bang on.
Yeah.
Like I said, guys, thank you again. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa,
Khalsa,
Waheguru Ji Ki
Fateh
Fateh.
Ji.